Recording.
Okay, yeah, done. Thank you. Let's proceed.
Okay.
Recording
Good
is on.
afternoon to one and all, my dear. Shall I start? Good afternoon to one and
Yeah,
all, my
please
dear
start.
students, staff. Good afternoon to one and all, my dear students, staff, all the audience, and especially to our resource person, Professor Chandrasekhar sir, who have joined to hear the talk on the webinar. First of all, I request all the audience to mute till the webinar is over. Okay, please mute your audio till the webinar is over. Thank you. I, Dr. Pavitra, Associate Professor, and one of the coordinators, would like to welcome one and all for this webinar on the topic title Accelerators Incubation Opportunities for Students and Faculties, Early Stages Entrepreneurs by an eminent, well-known personality in education and also in industry circle, Professor Chandrasekhar sir. And first of all, I thank Institute, management, principal as well as our HOD sir for giving permission to conduct this webinar for our UG and PG students and also to our staff. Okay, now I would like Professor Trupti Tagore to give a brief introduction to our resource person.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my proud privilege to introduce to you all today's speaker for the session, Professor N. Chandrasekhar. He has an excellent academic qualification. Professor Chandrasekhar completed his bachelor's in electronics from the prestigious UVCE Bengaluru, master's in communication systems from IIT Madras, and postgraduate diploma in management from All India Management Association. Professor Chandrasekhar has a research experience in optical fiber and coaxial systems from ITI Bengaluru. The Indian Engineering Services exam was like shooting fish in a barrel for Professor Chandrasekhar because of his intelligence and hard work, and this offered him to join Department of Communication, Government of India. He has a rich experience in telecom operations, maintenance, planning and projects. He has served in the field of electronic landline exchanges, mobile communications, 2G, 3G high-speed data communication. He has worked in many states of India, namely Karnataka, Assam, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and New Delhi. He has served as marketing manager for 2 years and retired from DOT as Deputy Director General Telecom Engineering Center, New Delhi. Then he moved on to join teaching to share his vast knowledge and experience, and currently working as Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication, DSE, Bengaluru. Not just students, Professor Chandrasekhar sir handholds and helps the junior faculty, and I am very proud to say that I am one among them. Sir, we are all really blessed to have you with us today. I'm sure each one present here is waiting eagerly for you to address them. So, it's over to you now. I want you to please start the session. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kind words and very encouraging talk from Trupti Madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope I will make every one of your words justified. Okay. Thank you. So let me present. Before I present, please keep it in your mind just two things. One is a very ordinary or I would say a good advertisement from IDEA, which says, "What an idea, Sir G." Then, whenever you go to Cafe Coffee Day, you will see great things can happen over a cup of coffee. You'll be surprised how is these two advertisements are relevant to the topic under discussion. We will see how they're very relevant over the course of this lecture. Let me. I'm just trying to share the screen. The share is not getting highlighted when I.
Sir, at the right-hand corner, bottom, you're going to have a present now
Yeah.
button, right?
Yeah.
So you please press that.
Okay.
And then you get an option of your entire screen.
Did it?
Then after that, you have to, then there is a pop-up window which comes. You select on that pop-up window and then the share button gets enabled. So once you share,
I was not pressing
yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Yes.
now we got it, sir.
Now it's fine. So it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Yes,
visible.
sir. You put it in the slide share or slideshow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Today's topic is accelerators / incubation opportunities for students and faculties, early stage entrepreneurs. I find three heavy words here: accelerators, incubation, and early stage entrepreneurs. Before I start, what is the prerequisite for this webinar? Simple. As far as the prerequisites of entrepreneurship is management and innovation. Most of the students are from 6th semester, I presume. So they have undergone management subject in the 5th semester. And other topic which is very important for today's webinar is innovation, a word mostly misused, wrongly used than the correct usage. We'll see. Remember, what an idea, Sir G. Innovation and that advertisement. Does something ring in your mind? Think about it. Okay, with that prerequisite, we'll get into the main topic. I've divided the webinar into 6 important topics: definition of entrepreneurship, differences between accelerators and incubation. Most of the people, they use it interchangeably, but that is not true. Although some of the topics overlap between accelerators and incubation, they have got distinct work to do. We will discuss unicorns and unicorns in India. Then 5 stages of entrepreneurship. Then incubators in Bangalore. Which are the leading incubators in Bangalore? A list of them. And incubating deep tech. Let me tell you, the biggest buzz in India today is about startups. When they say Bengaluru is the Silicon Valley of India. What they refer to is whether we can replicate the success of Silicon Valley startups in Bengaluru. Of course, the largest number of startups in India are from Bengaluru. Largest number of unicorns in India is Bengaluru. We will define what is a unicorn in the course of this webinar. In incubating deep tech, I have included 5 companies which have been incubated from IIT Madras. We will also discuss what are the Indian government and the government of Karnataka is doing for encouraging startups. With that, let's define what is an early stage startup. Early stage startups focus on product development, new services, modification of a process, building a customer base. Each one of it is very important, and establishing a strong cash flow. Product development. What can be a product development as of today? Can we think of a curved mobile phone? That is a product, a new product. New services. There are so many new services in India which has come up recently. In fact, in our GDP now, the services have overtaken industry and agriculture. The services plays a very important role. Then building a customer base. After all, customer is the king. Unless you got the customer, whom will you serve? Your products or the services. That is a very critical thing. And last but not the least, a strong cash flow. Unless there is a cash flow, you can't develop your startup company. Let's say the typical definition of entrepreneurship as we do in management. Process of creating something different with value, very important. This can happen over a cup of coffee. Great things can happen over a cup of coffee. It is not essential to create something different. It should have its value. For this, of course, you have to necessarily spend a lot of time and effort. And here comes the most crucial thing. The startups involves financial. Normally people think it's only the financial risk. Let me tell you, apart from financial risk, the psychological and social risk are enormous. What do you mean by psychological risk? A startup necessarily means risk. Journey into an unknown territory. Diving deep into the sea. Are you psychologically prepared to undergo the stresses and strains of a startup company? you may encounter large-scale failure. You should be prepared to take it in your stride. Somebody may ditch you, somebody may cheat you, because you have got an idea. What an idea, Sir G. But that is not good enough. You should have financial background, marketing experts, R&D managers to take your idea into reality. That can happen over a cup of coffee with the right people at the right time. And of course, the social risk. What do you mean by the social risk? You know, when you start this, you'll always have friends. At times they will say, oh, it's a very risky, don't do it. You have got a good job. Why do you want to leave this job? And sometimes they may also say, oh, it may be a good thing. When you fail, they will say, I told you so. The same friend says, when you succeed, I told you so. Because some of the time they might have said the reverse thing also. So be prepared. Financial risk, psychological and social risk. And of course, be ready to receive the rewards of monetary and personal satisfaction. So this constitutes the definition of entrepreneurship. Of course, this also involves an initial idea, building a minimum value product, setting up alpha testing, and testing and getting useful data from that testing. Depending on the results, of course, you must be able to repeat that idea, and you must be, that process should be scalable. You should be able to improvise and increase the scale of your production or your services. That creates a lot of other help which you require. What happens is, in all startup, it always starts with an idea in your mind, which you feel strongly that it can help in solving a want or the needs of the people. There's a difference between need and want, which is very essential. Need is what is a must, including your health, pollution-free atmosphere, good water, etc. These are all needs. But your wants can be immeasurable and infinite. Be aware, unethical marketing people, they will also want to stretch your wants, not only servicing your needs, but also they will stretch your wants. Anyway, let's see what does the government of India defines about the startup. So they feel that if it is a startup to be declared as a startup company, it should not be established more than 5 years back. You should not have a turnover which exceeds 25 crores. And of course, you should be innovative. What an idea, Sir G. development, deployment or commercialization of new products, process or services driven by technology or intellectual property. That is the way the Indian government key feature of Startup India Action Plan. We'll that later. Then, what are the 5 things you have to consider when you get an idea? It's a butterfly in your stomach. You want to take that out. So, what are the 5 things which you have to think before you can even think of converting your idea into a product or a service? One is, what does my product or service solve for my potential customers? What is my target market? Is it urban? Is it rural? Or both? What about the competition? The product or service which I am bringing into the market will have a lot of competitors. What is the weakness of the competitors? What is the strength of my product? What are the opportunities I have? These are the things which you have to think. What about finance? Where do I get the finance? How much I will contribute? The remaining, will it be share capital, debt capital? It all makes a difference. It makes a lot of difference, as we will see during this webinar. Then, I will test my product idea. What kind of people I require to test my idea? These are all typical management problems. When I said the prerequisite is management, at least remember always, I'm sure most of my students will remember, PODC. P stands for planning. That will have a clear objective. Then organizing. How am I going to organize? What kind of people I require? The marketing expert is required. Am I good in marketing? A finance man is required. A development man is required. Directing. You should have excellent communication skills as well as leadership qualities. Motivating. All these things can happen over a cup of coffee. So finally, how do I test my idea? Just think about it. Each 5 of this, if you come to the present one, if you are developing a vaccine, it has to go through all these things. What's the problem it solves? Target market, the entire planet, in that case, a huge market. What is the competition? Am I going to do with a vector vaccine, with a mRNA vaccine? What difference it makes? How much finance I require? How do I test my idea? It is true in everything. That is the beauty of management. It applies to your It applies to you as a person, it applies to your society where you are in, and also to the organization to which it is working. Then other 5 auxiliary things which you require is, what are the skill set I need? What is my short and long-term goals? What taxes I have to pay? What is the marketing strategy? Do you have enough time to devote for the startup? Okay, now, having, I think, taken more time to define the scenario of a startup, let's see what an incubator is. Incubator helps an entrepreneur to flesh out the business idea, whereas accelerator helps in growth. Once the idea is tested, proven, accelerators will come into picture. The work of the incubator is to check up whether your idea is feasible, or what other things requires to make your idea feasible. In other words, to bring a minimum viable product. In incubator stage, you can't have a timeline because ideas differ. And each idea, to bring it to the market, it may take different times, different help. For example, even an office space, all the equipment you need, and also how to further enhance the value of your product. These are all the work of the incubator. That is why most of the incubators are situated in academia. As you know, we have an incubator center in our own college. I'm sure IEDC must have done a courses on or a webinar on this DSE incubator. Whereas when it comes to accelerator, once the idea is proven, you have to bring it to the market at the earliest. Otherwise, the competitors will catch up with you. So look at that, why it is called an accelerator. An accelerator has to make it really fast to introduce the concept of your product or services into the market at the earliest, within a short period of time. During both this process, you require mentorship, funding, and networking. Networking is nothing but great things can happen over a cup of coffee. The same thing, accelerators are funded by an existing company. Incubators are often independent but can have a connection to venture capital firms, funds at the universities, etc. There's nothing much other than that in this slide, except that the same thing. The accelerators is required for scaling up your product, increasing the geographical coverage of your product. And incubators should always be pre to accelerators. First is the work of the incubators. Then comes the accelerators. Accelerators are normally for profit companies. Incubators, because in the nascent stage of a product or a service, there the profit motive is much less. That's the reason why you will see how Government of India or any advanced government like in US or in Europe conveniently place it in academia, where the profit is not the driving force, research is. I think it's much the same. Let us skip this. Let us see some scenario of what's happening in our country. Can you believe this? India is reported to have the second largest startup ecosystem in the world. Very few things, we are among the top 3 in the world. Startup ecosystem is one of them. Of course, if you take China into consideration, we'll become 3. And you guessed it right. The first one is US. There are something like 20,000 early stage companies today, startup companies today in India. Now you realize the importance of this webinar. Already 20,000 are there. So you have got every opportunity. We will see what are the opportunities very shortly. There are plenty of opportunities. All you require is an idea, Sirji. Just an idea. An idea can make a difference. In fact, in India, there are 3 to 4 tech startups every day. Indian government, Karnataka government, all the companies, they're doing a lot of things on the startup. Each one of that we'll see later in the webinar. As far as the Indian government is considered, you can start your startup with a single window. As I said before, it must have not started before 5 years. It must not be of 25 crores turnover. And you should be involved in creating an innovative business or services, or significantly improving the existing technology. These are some of the things which they require. Let's see what is it the government provides you for a startup company. One is the capital gain tax. I hope all of you know about capital gain tax. In simpler terms, if you invest in land, in shares, in gold, and when you sell it back, the difference between your investment and what you got is known as the capital gain tax. And it varies from asset to asset. You should have some idea about it. Go back to prerequisite of management. Then there is an income tax. Income tax is, of course, all of you are familiar with what you earn, not with what you invest. And for 3 years, the startups are exempted. This is the advantage the government of India provides for the startups regarding capital gains and income tax. It is also doing a lot of things to make it popular, or the idea should be go up to the middle school and high school level. Startup festivals, innovation core program for students in 5 lakh schools, launch of Atal Innovation Machine, setting up 35 new incubators in institutions. You remember why incubators are set up in institutions. Triple P stands for public-private partnership. It is considered for 35 new incubators, 31 innovation centers at national institutes. This is very important. And it has yielded a lot of good results. Setting up of 7 new research parks, 6 in IITs and 1 in ISC, with an initial investment, hold your breath, of 100 crores each. So, money is not the problem. Idea is. What an idea, Sarji. And this is about 4 years back. Indian government also gave a lot of concessions and encouragement for bioclusters. Having reached a critical mass in our information technology services, they wanted to build up bioclusters, 50 new bio incubators, 150 technology transfer offices. The result is everybody to see. Today, India is known as pharmacy of the world. Pharmacy of the world. For the first time, India has come up with a vaccine which is only lagging by 2 months to the US. This is the difference it can make. The startups can make a lot of difference to the country, to themselves. We will see how it makes a difference, an enormous difference for themselves. Not to be left out, Karnataka government has started 9 NAIN, means New Age Information Network, and that assists as follows. Grants for supporting operational expenses in their incubators, that is, salaries of regional coordinators, mentoring programs, networking, conducting hackathons, etc. Annual financial support for projects for up to 3 lakhs per project. 3 lakhs per project. Training and capacity building for faculty and students. This is where the faculty and students are coming into picture. They play a big role in the startup ecosystem of any country. You will see shortly how one PhD scholar converted her thesis into a real-time product and already sold a lot of them. In fact, In the US, it is but common. Most of the PhD thesis or PhD work rather gets converted into useful products or services. Okay, this 9 also encourages opportunity to visit international startup destinations, etc. Now let's see what's a unicorn. You must be hearing about Flipkart. Do you know how much it is worth today? More than $25 billion. Paytm, more than tens of billions of dollars. Razor Edge, maybe after some time I will show you the list of, or I will tell you the list of 50 unicorns in India. Okay, before that, what is a unicorn? A unicorn means, okay, let me take some time to explain that in a more detailed way to you. You got a house, let's say you got a land with a building. You're the owner of that. How do the negotiations take place? Suppose somebody else wants to purchase it. Okay, the land is worth 5 crores. Of course, in Bangalore, it is possible, 5 crores or much more than that. Maybe 30, 40 lakhs for the building. Simple. So you are worth 5 crores, let's say 6 crores. What about you're owning a company? You're owning a company. How do you value it? Is the turnover is the valuation? Is the turnover the valuation of a company? Turnover means, let's say the annual revenue is about 10 crores. Is that company worth 10 crores? Now, let's say the profit, it is, let's say 2 crores. 2 crores into something, is that the valuation? And a big company, when your company grows, as I said, you got an idea, you have to bring in a marketing man, a finance man. In the initial stages, where is the money to pay the finance manager, the marketing manager? Where is the money? So for that, you may substitute that partly at least by issuing shares. Let's say the total shares, this is important, although I spent some time, give attention to this so that you will understand unicorns completely. Let's say, after all, you have contributed something and it is your idea. So in the company, you will have 80 shares. You're given 5 shares to finance man. 5, let's say 80 is too much. 60 shares you have. 5 you have given to the finance manager, 5 to marketing, and then 3 friends of yours, they contributed 10 lakhs each, and you are given 10 shares each. Now, what is the share value of each share? Value of each share? since your friends have given 10 lakhs for 10 share, that means each share now cost 1 lakh. And what about you? You might have provided some 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, but you are having 60 shares. Keep that. Now the total is 100 shares. And now, since your friends have provided 1 lakh per share, the valuation of your company is 100 lakhs because you have got 100 share and each your friends have brought each share at 1 lakh. Okay. You have got those 30 lakhs, you are the one thing. Then incubator, you have started making the product, testing it. Well, there are vultures around you. Critically, I am telling you, there are vultures. There are a lot of people who have got tons and tons of money. They can employ the brains in marketing, the brains, you name a resource, they will bring in. They have realized this product is going to be a sell-off. Now they will say, because they will feel that lot of money will be earned, they will say, previously, for 1 share, it is 1 lakh. Okay. I will purchase at 10 lakhs 1 share. Now, you being a very intelligent man, you have got 60 shares. You can say, okay, it's a good offer here. 10 lakhs per share means I'm worth 600 lakhs already. Good. Let me sell off 10 shares at 10 lakhs. So he gets 10 shares and you get 1 crore already and 50 shares with you. And since each share is worth 10 lakhs now, your 100 share total worth is 1,000 lakhs. It has become 10 crore. So when you multiply by the number of shares into value of the share, when it exceeds $1 billion or kicking at about 72 or 73 rupees per dollar, 7,200 or 7,300 crores, you will be declared as a unicorn company. You have to be very careful how much shares you are giving from your original shares. Oh, it's a really very interesting subject in itself and a matter of lot of books and lot of courses in management. Let's see, where do we stand in the world? According to one chart, it keeps changing, it's very dynamic. United States has got something like 228 unicorns. China has got 122 unicorns. India is about 35. The latest figure says it's crossed 50. It has crossed 50. It's around 72 now, India. And look at the other advanced countries. United Kingdom 25, Germany 13. This is the power of unicorns, okay? It makes an hell of a difference. And even if you see how much is worth, look, United States, the unicorns are worth a whopping $673 billion. And now India, it has already crossed $100 billion. A huge amount, huh? So friends, a lot of things are happening in this. Take the first step. Take the first step. Today, now. Okay. If you want to start, some of the best startups in Bangalore are the incubators in Bangalore are Bangalore Alpha Lab, Global Incubation Services, IIIT stands for Indian Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore Innovation Center, Labs, NASCOM 10,000 Startups, NSRCL, IIM Bangalore, Srijan Capital, Tech Hub, K-Start, Startup Village. So money is not the constraint, friends. So are the incubators. Plenty of incubators are there. And there are umpty number of investors. Okay. In the meanwhile, being in the communication, we are all electronics and communication engineers. So I would like to touch upon some very great things which has happened in communication in India. If you see the communication providers, be it the exchange, the transmission equipment, etc., provided by Ericsson, AT&T, Samsung, Ericsson, they're all first and foremost, they're involved with the ITU, International Telecommunication Union. Why? First, you know that any communication to work, it should have standards. It should have standardized interfaces. Otherwise, things will not work out. So for each and every equipment of a communication, because it has to interwork with all the equipments all over the world, it should have standards. And who sets up the standards? ITU. I was in the communication industry for a long period of time. There was almost a negligible contribution to the standards of communication from Indian side. Suddenly, believe me, with the onset of Jio and Airtel, there is a sea change. A new organization named as Telecommunication Standards Development Society of India has taken place. Why I'm insisting on this, you will see it shortly. In fact, it provides a platform for its members drawn from industry operators, manufacturers, designers, system integrators, academia, etc., etc. And what is their achievement? You look at here. They have already given 295 specifications of 3GPP, 3G Partnership Program. 3GPP is 3G Partnership Program. If any of you MTech students are there, you remember we tell you about release 10, 11, 12, 13, etc. And in that, select specification from release 10 to release 13, International Mobile Telecommunication Advanced Technologies, Indians have provided. They have done a lot of research on mobile to mobile, and this is a breakthrough. low mobility, large cell. In our rural sector, mobility is low, but we require a large cell. Large cell means the number of towers you require will be reduced. For that, if you have given your standards and approved, that means you already know what is the kind of equipment it is coming. You can make your equipment. And let me assure you, students, listen carefully and mark my words. At least 10% of you will be working in your career, which may span about 30 years, in something like TDSI, Telecom Standards Development Society of India, because you have to understand before a product is made, its specification, its standards. So remember, TSDSI, if you get an opportunity, you go to the site, you will have plenty of information. And there's a remarkable contribution for that from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras also. Lot of startups, what I'm trying, now I'm connecting with the present topic. Lot of startups will come up to implement this kind of standards, specifications. A lot of people will work on developing the standards and specification. I'm sure my colleagues who are in teaching, you will find in the years to come a lot of things about TSDSI. Okay, I will, okay, it's already time. Can I take another 10 minutes extra? 10, 15 minutes?
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Okay. Because some more important things are there. I think, there are 5 stages in the entrepreneurship. One is the perfect business idea. This I've picked up from a book. There's nothing like a perfect business idea. If it's a perfect business idea, you don't require the help of anybody. It's an idea only, which has to be made perfect by means of incubators and accelerators. Then comes a business plan. Plays a very, very critical role, a business plan. Are you going to give an idea to a lot of other manufacturers to rise the scale, or you will do it yourself? Will you sell your IPR rights? This is where the importance of finance manager comes into picture. Prerequisite for an entrepreneur. Management. A business plan can make a lot of difference to the startup owner. He can make millions or billions. It depends on your business plan, not only on your idea, your product, your services. How do you raise the funds? From where you raise the funds? It makes a hell of a difference. How do you get your customer? Can you imagine? I'm just referring to, because it is current and well debated points. A vaccine maker, where does he get his customer to prove his product? Have you thought about it? Have you heard about phase 1, 2, 3 trials? How many are involved in phase 2 and 3? Where do you get it? Where do you get them? What happens if something goes wrong? So customers plays a very critical and important role. The fifth one, I would rate a very important point: be prepared for the outcome. Have a good mental balance. Very important. When I say the unicorn, so many things, okay, billions of dollars, you should not jump into tomorrow. One of my students said, "Sir, I will get into the stock market. What is there? I can make millions of rupees." Is it really so? Are you aware? 90% of the people who invest in stock market end up in loss. May not be 80 to 90%. It is the 10 to 20% who rakes in tons of money. So as, listen this carefully, the startups. Why more risk? Because what is the success of startups? 20%, 30%? Cannot be more than 30%. So be prepared for that outcome. Then only jump into startup. Risk reward ratio. Risk reward ratio. Again, a management concept. Risk reward ratio. Always keep it in your mind. When you start a startup company, start investing somewhere, risk reward ratio. Now let me, this I have to cover. Yeah. Now let me tell you, you remember the government gave 100 crores to each of the IITs for starting their incubation cells, etc., etc. I'm just taking IIT Madras, which happens to be my alumni, which should be true in all the IITs, IIScs, regional engineering colleges, and a lot of engineering colleges also. They incubated in IIT 240 startups in 8 years, including artificial intelligence. Now, let me give 5 companies which has almost come to the marketing stage, which is incubated in IIT Madras. QNU Labs. You must have heard about QNU Labs. Quantum cryptography startup is working to provide immunity to enterprises from any future cyber security threats. Quantum computers will be able to easily crack today encryption methods. Founders are Gupta, Mark Mathias, Srinivas Rao Alluri, etc. Let's see, what is the other company? Vayugel Technologies. They have the technology to make water from air. Water from air. And has even commercially deployed these machines. The devices can make 30 to 2,000 liters of water per day. This has already been bought by government, schools, and enterprises. Recently, the company has raised 1 crore from Engineers India Limited. Lot of companies wants to fund your ideas, but you require an idea, Sarji. You require an idea, an implementable idea. How do you find that? Over a cup of coffee. Okay. Okay. You'll see the next one. This is very, very important. Please see this. JSP Enviro. JSP Enviro has developed a technology that uses microbial fuel cells to generate electricity as well as treat wastewater discharge from textile plants. That is not important. Next is more important. Who is the founder of this company? A lady. Priyadarshini Mani is a co-founder and director of JSP Enviro. The PhD holder, this is very, very important. The PhD holder developed the theme of a doctorate thesis, microbial fuel cell treatment textile wastewater, into a product. This is just the beginning. You will see a lot of PhD holders becoming billionaires in the years to come, converting their great idea which is developed in PhD into useful products and services. It has received funding from the Central Government Biotechnology Industry Research and Assistance Council. This you must have heard, Agnikul Cosmos, one of the leading space technology companies to emerge from India, is developing rockets that can hurl small satellites into space at a fraction of the cost and time taken usually. The breakthrough is through 3D printing. The company recently closed $11 million in Series A funding led by Mayfield India. Okay. Last but not the least, because I'm running out of the time. In fact, I had a mind to cover what is Series A, B, C, D funding, etc. But I just want to touch upon, because I have given a very rosy picture, a green picture about all this. I should warn you also. See, any product goes through the following stages. Product development. You don't get any profit during product development. You'll be spending the money. Then, after the product is developed, it comes as an introduction. Although you get some sales, you will not make profit, because what is known as a break-even point. Very important concept, break-even point. At least I'm sure the 6th semester students, they will learn a break-even point shortly. Unless a break-even point comes, you will not make profit. You may sell, you may get revenue, but you will not make profit. That is introduction. Through the growth phase, normally you make a profit. Maturity means the product has matured. Lot of competitors are making, so your margin will come down. Lot of replacement of the product has come, so the popularity of your product is coming down. Maturity, decline, your sales is coming down, profit is coming down. Now look at this region. Look at this region. Product development, introduction. This many years, you will not make profit. You will have only loans, interest to pay. Vultures will come and try to extract at this particular point of time. Give me the share, I will give you so much of money. Then when you start making profit, you will regret why you gave your share. It's a big game. You have to be very careful. And another important thing is, if this period is much more than this period, you make a lot of profit. If the growth, maturity, and decline period is much less than this product development and introduction period, you will make less money. This is where the management comes into picture, and it has got a lot of interesting lecture by itself. Well, that's it. I maybe let me see whether anything else I've left out. Oh yeah. I've got another module, which is VACA. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This is how to take care of your balance of your mind, etc. Anyway, that is a topic for another day and another webinar, perhaps. Okay, I think I will stop it here. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much. I've done it with my webinar, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Pavitra, ma'am, are you there? Okay, fine. I'll take it further. Thank you so much. It was a very inspiring talk, sir. It was long time, and many times I wanted to attend your class, and maybe it hopefully happened this way today. So I'm very happy. Every point, everything that you said, it's really true. You have great ideas, but the most important and maybe the most difficult thing is to get that idea, of course. So at this point of time, I would like to ask the participants to put forth their questions or queries they have for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, any questions you have, students, you can raise your hand or put it in the chat box.
They must have been tired in the afternoon, listening for 1 hour, 15 minutes is quite a...
I know, sir, tells the things very perfectly. There's no place for doubts to be left. But still, if you have any, you can please ask them.
Sure.
Well, till they ask you the questions, I have one question to you, sir. As you said that we should know that the idea is feasible, implementable. So the most important thing is to know how that idea is feasible at early stage entrepreneurs that we spoke about. It's very difficult to know. So what should the students do, as now the participants that we have here are from 4th, 6th semester, few from MTech. So what they should do, where they should look out for, and of course we have our DSU incubators and cells available. So what steps they can take for our own Dayanand Sagar College students? I'm asking this question to you.
Okay, excellent. A very excellent question. First and the foremost is, it is very essential that a student or a teacher who wants to become an entrepreneur should have an idea. Whether that can help the society. How do you decide? That is, you have got an idea that it will address a particular need of the society, particular want of a society. That is the first and the foremost thing. For example, when the mobile started, you remember, it is known as red and green button. Make a call with a green button, disconnect with a red button. Now look, they added one by one. How did they do that? Somebody got an idea. Why not I make mobile phone useful for video communication? What are its requisites? How should we go about it? One unicorn company. Somebody thought, why not I use word processing there? Another very important thing. or streaming, so that a video conference can be start. So this is how you think about an idea which will be useful to the society. Now it is easier to say that now it is useful. But when you get an idea today, who will say, very important, very important, very important. This is where the difference is made. You have got an idea, but you are not sure whether it can be implemented. This is where the role of mentors in incubator center matters. This is where what I say is you require a networking. Networking in the sense you discuss with others, your close friends, your relatives. Do you think it can work? That is how the idea is taken forward. Now, once it is proven, people in the incubator center say that, yes, your idea is feasible, then how do you find the customers? How do you test your idea? Proof of concept. It's a very important thing. I forgot to mention during my lecture that proof of concept is a very important thing. Whatever you do, first is what is known as a proof of concept. Are you sure? How do you show it to the people that your idea works? That is one of the things we do, this project exhibition. It is nothing but a nascent way of proving proof of concept. That's how it gets developed. That's how it gets developed.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, that's what you all have to do, our dear students. We are very well, we are concerned about you. We want you to be placed in good companies wherever you wish for. And at the same time, if you want to have your own startups, have become an entrepreneur, we are all here to help you. Dan and Sagar Institution helps you in doing this. So please keep your mind, your eyes, ears open, and see to it that what all opportunities are around you, surrounding you, and make the most out of it. All the best, best wishes from our side. Yeah, we have a question from Ritvik Rai here. Dear sir, how do we deal with intellectual rights protection with respect to our ideas? It's a very good
Very good.
question.
Yeah. And a very involved question. How do we, once you see, many of the people will be afraid to go to the incubators and next to accelerators because they are worried about their intelligent IPR. Normally, let's say you've done a research. That is the best way of protecting your this one. Whatever your research outcome is there, you patent it. Then IPR is sealed. Nobody can take away your IPR. But the problem comes when you just got an idea. I'm not a researcher. I have not published any paper, but I got an idea, which happens a lot of time. Now, how do I go about IPR? That itself takes a lot of time, lot of money. That is where, if you have seen in one of the slides, that is the Indian government, if you are registered as a startup there, they will help you to register IPR and protect your IPR. Like that, many incubators, they take care to protect your IPR. But then you have to have some faith, trust with the particular incubator you have selected. So it is a question of faith and trust. That is why in between, you remember there are a lot of eagles moving around, I said, because this is the reason. You have to be careful. If you feel strongly, that's a great idea. It has got a lot of market. Better go to the known or established or to a government, this one, incubator like IITs, and get your IPR registered. These are some of the ways you can protect your IPRs.
Thank you, sir. I hope, yeah. Fine. Thank you. Any more questions? Students, you are at a privilege. We are having our speaker in-house. So anytime you people can contact him, ask him, you need a mentor, as sir said. So I think he is one of the best mentors you can have, and talk to him, speak about your ideas, and he will surely handhold all of you. So with this, we'll move on to the last part of the session. I would request Professor Shashiraj sir, Dr. Shashiraj sir, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Yes, I thank Tripti Madam for giving me this opportunity to present vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to greet all the participants of today's webinar. A very good afternoon, one and all present here. And it gives me an immense pleasure to deliver vote of thanks for this wonderful event. So on behalf of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, the NSR College of Engineering, I, Dr. Shashiraj K, express my heartfelt thanks to the Professor Chandrasekhar sir, who is our own professor in our department. He's working as associate professor, and he worked as Deputy Director General in Telecom Engineering Circle of Government of India. With his vast knowledge, he accepted our invitation to be the speaker for today's webinar. And I thank you, sir, and I thank you for enlightening all of us about the incubation and the need of incubators and accelerators for setting up any business or making the business more successful one. So I have given enough real-time examples with that, sir. I can say that with these ideas, students or what are the participants we have today will become entrepreneurs in future. So thank you so much, sir. So I also thank the management of the NSR College of Engineering and Principal Dr. CPS Professor and Professor and Head Department of EC, Dr. T.C. Manjunath sir, for their motivation and continuous support in conducting the webinars like this. And I would also like to thank my fellow coordinators, Dr. Pavitra Ji, Madam, and Professor Tripti Tagore, Madam, and all the staffs and the students or participants of this webinar, making this one a successful one. Once again, I thank everyone and thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, today we had good 100 participants. We would request you to have some more sessions like this, because I got a lot of messages saying that we are not able to admit because the maximum limit has reached. So it's a request from all the students that you please have such webinars more on this lines, especially on this topic. I request Shashiraj sir to kindly stop the recording.
Yes, ma'am.